Hello, everybody. Today we have a special guest here. We have the SNcom here in the webinar, Kai Mönkemeyer, and he will tell us a little bit about the next level contact center experience, anyContact innoACD. Kai, please tell something about you, and after that you can start with the product. And for all the listeners today, if you have some questions, you can ask it in the question panel, and then I will jump in the demonstration and ask about the answer. So, Kai, who are you?
Yes, and please, to all the participants, please do so. Let us have a joyful session and ask all your questions which might come in mind. So first of all, please excuse me. English is not my first language, so if I make any mistakes, any misspellings, so please be patient with me, and yeah, so we can all have a great time together. My name is Kai Mönkemeyer. I'm from SNcom. I'm from the consulting team of SNcom, and we are innovaphone partner for, I'm not sure, like 10 years, something like that. So quite a couple of years, and for the last 2 years we thought there's a nice platform out there, the innovaphone app platform, which deserves a little bit of love, and we took a little bit of research and did a little bit of research and found that there's many opportunities for great apps, and one of those great opportunities was an automatic call distribution, which resulted in anyContact innoACD, which I would love to present to you today. So why do we have the anyContact logo and not the SNcom brand? It's because so that you as innovaphone partners have all the possibility to distribute and resell the anyContact innoACD without ever mentioning SNcom as a potential other innovaphone partner, but you can be sure that we are innovaphone technology app development partner with the brand anyContact for all our self-made products. So let us talk a little bit about anyContact innoACD, shall we? anyContact innoACD is 100% in-house development, so we don't need any other third-party tools or third-party configurations. No third-party servers are needed. It's all designed and running on innovaphone app platform all alone, and all app platform distributions from 14R2 are supported. So 14R2 and above, like 15 and so on, will be supported for all coming versions of anyContact innoACD. We are using innovaphone standards where possible, so you won't lose any innovaphone standard features, and all your beloved features will be available for anyContact innoACD, and you can have all the apps you have in innovaphone standard present with anyContact innoACD. What we will do is we add functionality on top of it. So what do we add with anyContact innoACD? We will add skill-based routing, and we will add features around skill-based routing, so you can make sure that the fitting call is matched to the best agent available. And for that, we will have an optimized transfer behavior, which will be talk about a little bit more later on. anyContact innoACD is available in 3 different languages. So English language is available. We have German and French localization. We might add other localization types later on. So if you don't find your preferred language right now, please do a suggestion to your innovaphone team, and we can take a look into it and might add other languages as needed. We of course support all distribution models from innovaphone. So of course it's supported with innovaphone web clients, with innovaphone app clients, with iOS, Android clients, and with the standard My Apps Windows client as well. If we take a little look into what anyContact innoACD is all about, we have in the core not one unique app, but 6 different apps which combined have all the functionalities. So we split the app into different apps on the app platform to make sure we make best use of the innovaphone app model with user rights and user right management per app, so you can give sufficient apps and rights into the apps to the participants or to the members of each team in your company. So like the agents have access to the agent app and to the dashboard, but for example not for the admin app because it's reserved for your administration and supervisor guys. If we take a more detailed look into into each app, let us start with the AC agent. So the AC agent is the agent interface. And with the agent interface, I will have my queue login screen. So I can switch which queues I want to serve. I can log in into different queues or a selection of queues which I can choose or which are given to me via configuration. So if I want to choose to join the support queue, I'm available for calls out of the support queue, but I'm always registered for the emergency queue for this example because my preset says so. Once I'm logged in, I'm available and calls will be distributed to my extension, and I get a preview of the call and can accept the call and will be presented with customer information, contact information in case they are available. After the call, I will have a call post-processing, so like wrap-up time, and I can choose to automatically close the wrap-up time or can pause the wrap-up time to have more time available till the next contact finds the way to this agent. The agent app is totally in sync with innovaphone presence. So if I'm in like a presentation in a meeting in Do Not Disturb, I will not receive any calls. Same applies if I'm in a redirect configuration, for example, I will not receive any calls. The app will detect that and will set my status accordingly. All the settings for the innovaphone anyContact innoACD will be done in the AC admin app. So I will have like all the global settings present here. There are like simple settings like timers for short calls, timers for Rona, timers for expiring skill sets. But I will have one most important decision. It's the transfer mode. So direct transfer mode you all are familiar with. So if a routing decision is made, the call is transferred to the agent, and the agent is able to pick up the call and be in a conversation. With reserved transfer mode, it's a little bit different. The agent will first be notified, and only after he accepts the call is transferred to the agent. This serves 2 purposes. First purpose is the caller won't notice if the agent doesn't pick up. Second, you are aware of the call, and even if the agent rejects the call, it's ensured that the call isn't lost but can be transferred to another agent, and you can choose either one. So Lars, you're popping up. Maybe some questions from the panel.
What is Rona?
Rona. So I've written down the exact translation, but maybe a little bit explaining, because I can't find my sheet of paper. It's the time until the ICD decides to set the call to no answer. So if an agent gets a call, it's signaled and he doesn't answer for, in this example, 16 seconds. The system will take the call back and tries to connect the call to the next agent, setting this agent into a pause or lock-off state, depending on the configuration.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Next on, let us take a look into the dashboard app. I have a couple of detailed views for you later on. So dashboard app provides you real-time insights into what's going on into your ACD. So you can see all the queues and what's happening inside the queues. Let us take a more detailed look. So for the queue panel, you can see all the queues. You can see which extension is provided by the queue, and you can see how many agents are logged in, how many agents are available, how many calls are waiting, how many calls are done and handled or lost. And you can see the service level and like waiting times, average waiting times for each queue. In this screenshot, you can see two more information. You can see the alarm panel. So if we have any notifications, alarms called, they will be displayed inside the dashboard app, and they can be accepted and deleted inside the dashboard app. So you can set like custom alarms, and system alarms will be prompted inside this app. And furthermore, you can see global KPIs like agents logged in all queues overall. Let us take a look into the agent panel. So in the agent panel, you can see for each agent its current status. Is he logged in? How long is he logged in? How many calls does each agent have? And some more information. You can see in which teams each agent is, and so get a really good understanding of what's happening inside your contact center, inside your call distribution, and what everybody is doing in there. For the next bit, let us take a look into agent management. So how do I become an agent into the anyContact innoACD? First of all, I need to be an innovaphone user. So its first step is to create a user object, and next step is to add it to the agent. And then I have the ability to skill the agent. So basically, an agent can have as many skills as he wants to. And a skill is like something the agent is able or capable of. And with each capability, I can set a percentage of proficiency or sufficiency, like how good I am at this particular skill. So for example, if I have skill, let's say a language English, and I'm like 70% capable of speaking English, then I would set the skill level to 70%. So I can have a selection which agent is best at which skill. And on the other hand, callers will require skills, so we can match the best matching agent depending on each skills configuration. How will get the caller its skills? So let us take a look into the next app. It's ACQ Admin. And here is the app in which I configure all the queues. So as I said before, each agent can be part of multiple queues if I want to, but each call can only be in one queue at a time. Each queue has different settings like wrap-up time. Each queue can have a different service level. Each queue can have a different timer for, let's say, last agent routing, for example. And each queue can have a different routing strategy as well. inside the queue, I can set skill requirements. So a call handled inside this queue requires an agent able to handle the call the following skills. So I can set a couple of skills. So it's not limited to like 10 skills or something like that. And I can prioritize them. Like I have 3 skills required to, for an agent to handle a call, and 2 of them are mandatory, 1 is optional. So I can set mandatory skills, and then I can assign a skill priority because the first mandatory skill is more important. So I want the routing to have a deeper look into the skills at the agent and choose an agent which has higher skill level in the more important skill. So the skill I assigned a higher priority to. And that's basically how the skill-based routing works. I have 3 factors which are considered into the routing. Skill-based routing is one of them. The other factors are waiting time and agent availability. So waiting time is pretty simple. The longer a contact waits, the more important waiting time gets. And for agent utilization, it's so once an agent is available, the time the agent is in an available status and how many contacts the agent has handled, they are matched in a KPI called agent utilization, and I can set this so agent will be fairly, or it will be addressed in a fair manner, so each agent handles the same amount of work basically. And I can mix and match those factors freely. Let us take a look into the last app into the row, the 6th app. It's AC Team Admin. So it's the latest addition to anyContact innoACD, and it will let us administrate teams. So I can set up teams. Each team can be selected for a specific set of queues, and I can select which queues are available for login, which are predefined, and which are not available at all. And I can even force a login for each team. So once I'm available, I will be logged in with my specific preset, won't be able to change that. So that's available for configuration in this app as well. It will be the app that defines team lead later on, but that's a part for version 3, which I will have a little sneak preview for you later on into this presentation. Deeper look into routing strategy. I already mentioned all 3 factors we're considering into the routing strategy. Let us summarize that. So for each individual call, which is handled inside a queue, I can have 3 factors considered: skill level, waiting time, and agent utilization. So each call will require certain skills with a certain priority. We'll have a waiting time assigned, so how long the call exists basically within the system, and it will know about the agents and their utilization. And according to my routing preset, each of those factors is differently important. So for example, for one queue, the waiting time is very important. The other 2 are disabled or not important at all. For another queue, it might be they're all the same white. For another queue, it might be skill level is most important and waiting time and agent utilization, not so much. Depending on this routing strategy, the system will choose the best matching agent to this specific call and will do that in real time. All of this is explained in a little bit more detail than we can manage to do in this webinar in our online documentation, which is available at docs.anycontact.de. And it's available in English language and in German language. And it's available in the innovaphone wiki as well. We added furthermore a feature glossar. So you can find every acronym, every shortening, and each function with a quick explanation on how the function works and how it's handled inside the anyContact innoACD into those glossa, and it's available with docs.anycontact.de in the feature glossa. For licensing, we have thought a lot about licensing, and we want to make sure it's pretty easy. And for licensing, we decided that there's two ways of licensing. I can subscribe or I can purchase. And the only marker of licensing is concurrent agent. So for each agent or for each user which logs into the routing, so is available for routed contacts, consumes one concurrent agent license. Everything else is included. So let's say a user logs into the routing with one queue, it consumes one agent license. Let's say the same user adds 2 more queues to its configuration, same agent license, not anything added. Let's say the user has 0 queues logged in, but watches the dashboard and makes administration. No license required at all because he's not part of the routing, so he doesn't consume a concurrent agent license, but can watch the dashboard freely as he wants to. Once he's available for the dashboard, of course, depending on the rights management. We added a free trial mode, so you can download the app from the App Store, install the apps, and have up to 2 users with no restrictions whatsoever. Logged in and can test usability, can test look and feel, you can test the routing as well. So once you want to add more than 2 users, you will have to put a license in, or in case you work with the integrated demo mode of innovaphone, you can have for the period of the demo mode the app available with no boundaries or limitations whatsoever, so you can test every scenario you wish for as long as you are in the demo mode. Lars, you're popping up. Any questions from the panel?
First of all, you have to explain that 2 users at the same time in every in every system is available. So I wouldn't stop your talk. So
basically you can download the apps from the App Store, and you can test the app with 2 users. And we call that free trial mode. And once you add more than 2 users, you require a license. Okay. That's basically how we make things easy from the get-go to get a feel and test it to be sure I'm making the right choice here.
Here is a question if it's possible to see the solution live on our innovaphone Connect Fair next year.
Yes, of course. We'll be at innovaphone Connect Fair, and we will have a stand, a booth there, and we'll be presenting innovaphone anyContact innoACD, probably not in version 2, but in version 4, as you will see on the roadmap slides a little bit later on.
Okay.
So
then we have one. We have one question. I think it's more than a feature request. Mm-hmm. The innovaphone waiting queue. You are able to say the position in the queue, but I think right now you have not implemented this, but it might be a good feature for the future.
Yes, we thought about it, and it's not a good feature, and I will tell you why we think that.
Okay.
So, it's really controversial, but basically, let me go back to the routing part. We don't want to say a waiting position because you don't have a specific waiting position. So everything is real time. It's not like a fixed list. You're on position 3, but every queue and every call is matched in real time. And once you're the best fit, not depending on when you entered a queue, but once you're the best fit, you will be connected. So there's no like fixed position and you have to wait to be like 2 others before. because waiting time is not the only routing factor. There are other routing factors in here which are considered. So once waiting time is your only routing factor, of course we can have something like expected waiting time calculated. And if you want to make a list out of the waiting time, yeah, you can do so, but it's not like it's a fixed list, because, for example, you have VIP routing. So you want some callers to jump straight ahead and be more important than others. Yeah, of course you can do that, but that will destroy anything like a list. So there's no fixed list position. That's why we don't say fixed list positions. Of course, you can fake that and always say something like, "Yeah, you're second in line" or something like that, if it makes your caller feel good.
Perfect. Then we have a next question for implementing reports, missed calls, abandoned calls, calls attend, something like this.
Yeah, really good question. Stay tuned, because I have a lot to say and to show to you. So shall we jump right into that?
Yes, I can. I think you can do that.
Okay, great. So let us finish with the last line into my regular presentation. So how can you purchase it? It's available in the innovaphone price list, and it's available since the 1st of November, I think. And so you please contact your local innovaphone vendor or your distributor, and they can make an offer to that. It all applies to your innovaphone partner status, your partner discounts, and everything will be applied as for any other innovaphone product. So for the reporting and more features, let me have a quick disclaimer, because everything I showed until now is available right now, so you can download it and use it. So everything I show from now on has to have a little, let's say, disclaimer on it. So we want to do this, but as you are aware, things can change, markets move, and so there's no like legal binding agreement that we will do that, but we are very focused and committed to deliver those features. Quick look into the release cycles and lifetime cycles. So we will release every 3 to 4 months. So you can expect 3 to 4 releases a year. And once you're subscribed or purchased, you will be able to get to the next release, because it has software upgrade assurance in it included. So you will always be able to get the latest version and upgrade to the latest version. So the current version is 2.1, which is interim release for the innovaphone price list. Next release will be in January 2026. It will be V3, and it will include reportings and a 7th app, the RC reporting or analytics app. And it will include call flow rules as well. Later on in April, we'll see version 4, and I have a little bit more to say about that. Let us take a look into what will be in version 3. So I have a couple of slides with text in it, a little bit more to read on later on, and a little bit for your eyes, so like showing the real apps into here. So what will be the main features we will deliver in January? It will be call flow rules. So we have a set of trigger, condition, and action. So you can set a rule set for following elements. Maybe for each new call, check a number and then set a specific skill to it, or set a specific value to it, or make it more important than another call. So call flow rules will be added in version 3. We will add team leader configuration in version 3 as well. And most important, we will add reporting. So with the reporting app, we will add queue reporting to the app. And reporting will be available as per queue metric, and have different KPIs inside for for checking. So, for example, service level, number of calls received, number of calls lost, total calls, waiting times, conversation times, short calls, lost during service level, waiting times, average waiting time max. So all the standard stuff will be available in the reporting app, and we will add team reports as well. So for number of agents available, for average conversation time inside each team, number of calls handled for each team. So we'll have that as well inside the version 3. So this is a development preview. It's not the finished product, and it's not a beta. It's like alpha status, because we have a couple of more weeks to go till January, but it will give you an impression on how it currently looks. And those screenshots are fresh from development, like 4 hours ago. So you can get an impression on how reporting will look like. Let's take a more detailed look. And please note that some features are still missing, like localization is still missing, and the final product will be more polished than this early screenshot from development. But you can get a guess. So you have on the left side an administration panel in which you can set filters for your reports, like start data, date, end date, start timers, end date, your interval in which the report will be displayed, like hourly, daily, and so on. You can have the match type for each report, like I want to have a queue report, a team report, and define what are the content of each report. For example, for the team report, I want to include team 1 and 2 and 3, but not team 4, for example. And you can save those configurations for later view and immediate showcase of all the available KPIs. Reporting will be improved upon and built on later on. So for version 4, there will be the phase 2 of reporting, let's say that. So currently reporting is based on intervals. We will add event-based reporting in April. So each and every event which happens in anyContact innoACD, like agent logs in, like call comes in, call is connected, phone is ringing, all of those events will be available to build custom KPIs based on each individual timestamp. So once you have, let's say, a very specific KPI in mind, you can configure those into reporting phase 2, but we just need that little bit more of time to really make that shine. So it will be only available in April, not in January the next year. So 2026, in January, the general reporting with intervals, and April and ongoing, it will be phase 2 with detailed reporting based on timestamps and individual events. We will add, of course, more features into the app. So team leader functions and functionality will be added. So you can have your supervisors given more rights, more possibilities to improve your agent performance later on. And now is the time for me to ask you for your feedback. So once you have any suggestions, cool features you need to make that app really give you the return on investment you are looking for, please notify us. Please notify your local innovaphone team so they can give those feedbacks to us, because we think as SNcom that anyContact innoACD is only successful and will be a good fit if it matches your needs and fulfills your requirements. So please feel free to give us those feedbacks and ask for any features you might require in a given project or might find interesting. So we will take a look at it and can have those considered for future versions. That's it from my side. Lars, are there any more questions from the panel?
Not in the panel, but I want to know how to buy this solution, and will you tell something about the price?
How to buy the solution? So the solution is available via innovaphone price list and innovaphone pricing. So you can basically go to your innovaphone partner, your innovaphone distributor, or if you're a partner or distributor of innovaphone, to your innovaphone partner manager or distributor, and ask for special offers, or can do it in the calculation. Pricing is per concurrent agent and available per subscription. So you can have the cloud model, you can have the on-premise model, you can buy it as well. And we aim for the entry market segment. So prices will be very, very competitive. Even low compared to other contact center or ICD solutions. So we aim to be always the best return on investment once you look into ACD functions based on the innovaphone platform. Specific prices, please ask your innovaphone partner or innovaphone dealer for.
Okay. How do you integrate the CRM system of the customer? Is it possible?
So yeah, it depends on what you mean with integrate a CRM system. So for example, if you want to trigger call events based on CRM data, for example, you have VIP customer, you want to route based on revenue or something like that, because maybe some customers are more important than others or something like that. You can do so with call triggers from version 3 on. So that are the way to go. Contact details, once available, will be displayed. So all the data which is available from CRM can be displayed in the AC Agent app. And if you want to write something back into the CRM system, like call marker or let's say some notes you made to a specific call, that's not available yet. But we're looking into that feature, and it's a possible candidate for release version 4.
Yes, and sometimes the customers are asking for a screen pop-up, and I think this is a basic feature of my apps.
Yes.
So if you want to use a screen pop-up with your special CRM system, you can open the contact details of your CRM when the call comes in. It's a basic feature of the MyApps solution. So
yes,
I think we have no more questions anymore, Kai. I think thank you to you that you present the solution here in the webinar today, and thanks for all the participants today. Thank you that you have listened to us, and please let us know if you like the app and if you will sell it, and we wish you a nice weekend.
Thank you, Lars, for having the possibility to present, and to the participants, have a nice weekend and have fun with innovaphone and anyContact innoACD. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.